Watch when they come up with ideas that you have to have indicator beads in the ammunition, in the gunpowder, so that you know where this is produced. When you have to have every single bullet with a code on it, all that does is make it more difficult for ammunition producers to stay in business. The cost is unbelievable. And then all that brass has to be recovered and retraced in order to know that it has been recycled. So it's got that notation on it to prove that you have recycled. I mean, come on. When I shoot trap in the field, I pick up all my shell casings and turn it into guys that want to reload. I don't reload. But I mean, that's something we do out of common sense and efficiency. But the government wants to say no. Well, I appreciate states like Montana that passed laws in the last 3 years that said ammunition made in Montana does not come under federal law. And I think other states are going to go to that, but it is a constant watching the hen house for the wolf or the fox coming in that we have to undertake. And they will find little ways. You know, Chicago, with the Supreme Court decision that went our way, and the Heller decision in Washington, D.C., yet both city councils immediately passed other registration to slow down those laws. Chicago comes with a law that says everyone has to take a gun safety course. Well, there are no gun safety courses in Chicago. There are no shooting ranges in Chicago because they haven't allowed it. So all of these Chicago people will have to find some place outside of the city, but it's got to be administered and approved by the city of Chicago. Everything to slow it down and make it more costly. Well, I think Americans are waking up but have to continue remaining awake and vigilant. Because what was said, the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. Jefferson said that. Any questions here?
Okay. What is your position on amnesty for the illegals?
I'm against it.
Anybody you know that is for it? I don't know anybody's for it.
Oh, I've met people in the district here who are for it. Remember my district goes from Ann Arbor to Battle Creek and north of Lansing and state lines. And I take in the bedroom communities of University of Michigan and Michigan State.
Well, I think Arizona's doing the right thing.
I agree.
I wish Michigan would join them. They're talking about it. They're not doing anything.
Arizona, well, they're making some efforts on their legislators that are pushing legislation to affirm the 10th Amendment.
Who is?
Michigan. Michigan, yeah.
There was something on Fox the other night. They said they were.
And Cox has joined the attorneys general. I think there are 15 of them, attorneys general across the United States, that have initiated a lawsuit against the health care mandate. And then there's been efforts in the state legislature, died in the House because of Democrat control. But from the Senate, efforts to affirm the 10th Amendment and the sovereignty laws, what they're called, sovereignty bills, to affirm the sovereignty of the state of Michigan. Other states have done it, Oklahoma. So I think it's growing. We need to keep it moving in that direction. But it's
Except with the government, though.
Pardon?
The U.S. government is suing Arizona right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Now, I'm sorry, they're not doing anything about it, but they're going to sue a state that is.
well, I'm very hopeful, you know, and you listen to constitutional authorities like Mark Levin and others who've studied, and for a state to be sued for simply enforcing the federal law, it doesn't seem like if there is a judge that has any amount of understanding about the Constitution that they could rule otherwise. And Jan Brewer has said, I bring them on, I'm pretty successful in the court of law.
But I'm just amazed that they have nothing better to spend our money on.
But they're not suing San Francisco or Ann Arbor
Well, of course not.
for being safe cities.
No, they're trying to pad their voting base. That's all they're trying to do.
It's a replacement of voters.
Yeah, they want a world dependent on them, cradle to grave.